All right, everyone, and we're going to get into Valens Semiconductor. Ticker symbol is VLN. Keep in mind that it is on the New York Stock Exchange. It just transferred from PTK Acquisition Corp. And we're going to get into the analyst price target. We're also just going to breeze through the investor presentations and let's get into it, baby. All right, and getting into this, so this was news as of September 30, so it's still pretty recent news, kind of under the radar in my opinion. This is actually, yesterday was my first time hearing about it, did a little bit of research. But anyways, Valens Semiconductor and PTK Acquisition Corp announced the closing of their business combination. So they begin trading on the NYSE under the symbol VLN, okay? And they rang the opening bell on September 30, that was the initiation. So anyways, but getting into it, you want to look up VLN NYSE. It's kind of hard to find otherwise. There's actually a Canadian stock exchange company that's the VLN ticker, so you might come up with that one. But just be aware that it is Valens Semiconductor. As of October the 6th, Valens Semiconductor was initiated with a buy at Roth Capital by the analyst Suji De Silva. Sorry if I butchered that name. But he initiated coverage of Valens Semiconductor with a buy and a $20 price target. And he says, with the strengthening of its funding position that came with its recent merger, Valens is positioned to accelerate its already strong market, customer, and product development momentum, De Silva tells us. So the analyst says the company is a provider of high-performance, long-reach connectivity semiconductor technology that enables integrated video and data transmission for audio, video, and automotive applications. And I got this from TipRanks, so it says that he has a success rate of 64%, 250 out of 393 ratings were successful, an average return of 25.5%. So even if he isn't right on the money with the $20 price target by the end of the year, it could still get to 18, whatever, and that wouldn't count as a success. So for it to be a success, it needs to be that price target. And he is a 5-star analyst, Roth Capital, like I said, ranked 112 out of 7,600. Now getting into, this is their site. I'll actually leave a link. They have some nice investors with $150 million of capital raised. We've got Aptiv, Samsung, Goldman Sachs, a couple of other companies here. They say that it's going to be a compound annual growth rate from 21 to 26 of 48%. By 2026, they say that it could be $482 million in revenue. They do have 270 employees in Israel and expecting a $9 billion by 2026 expected SAM. Which, what is a SAM? It's a served available market, referring to the share of TAM, total available market, that the companies providing a specific solution can fulfill. For example, if the total available market for all shoes in the US is 20 billion, the served available market for companies making athletic shoes will be a slice of that TAM. So that's when they're talking about the semiconductor industry as a whole, okay? So we're talking about the slice of it being the automotive section. See, and it even says right here, combined SAM for automotive and audio video. And they have 117 patent applications granted. 14 are pending, though. That's why they have that little note there. They have 28 million chips sold to date. And how long have they been around? Well, their first product launch was in 2010. And moving along in 2012, they had deals with Panasonic, Epson, companies like Samsung, LG. And then here looks like the first vehicle win with Mercedes. So they introduced putting chips into Mercedes vehicles. Skipping along here, the chipsets hit the road in the Mercedes. Now here in 2021, we're at the release of their industry first chipset, collaborating with leading OEMs, tier ones on next-gen projects with Sony, Mobileye, which is an Intel company, Bosch, big company there, Continental Tires, Daimler, which is Mercedes-Benz Daimler, Molex. I don't know, when I hear of Molex, when I think of Molex, I think of the connections for computers that we don't use anymore. And looking down here, the chairman here is actually 35 years of experience with companies like Audi, Volvo, GM, Mercedes. And looking here, I wanted to show you the CFO, 25 years. He was with Deloitte. I'm not sure how to say that. And he was also with Broadcom, which is a company that, if I'm not mistaken, Indy, a couple of their executives were also from Broadcom. So that's kind of interesting there, something to take a note of. People from Texas Instruments. And here, actually, if you look here, we've got Samsung's wall digital signage, Logitech Rally Plus Ultra HD system, the Samsung Terrace outdoor TV, healthcare mobile C-arms, ventilator machine, Brightlink Ultra short throw projector screen. That's kind of cool. Mercedes-Benz, fully operational with first-gen automotive chipsets. Estimated contract value of several $100 million. And they solve truck and trailer connectivity challenges. And here it says that they're positioned to provide the underlying connectivity solution in every car sensor system that requires an APHY link, leader in APHY, offering the highest bandwidth capabilities in the market, enabling the data center on wheels. Here we have Micron, Western Digital, NVIDIA, Mobileye, Intel, AMD, Velodyne. Introducing less cables, lower weight, lower cost, less of a complexity, less power consumption, increased resilience, embedded link diagnostic and analytics, reduced risk of recall. No matter the sensor type, Valens will provide the underlying connectivity solution. Infineon, that's another one that I believe I saw a couple of Indies CEOs part of. So this company and Indie, these are, I feel like these are really good companies to look into in terms of looking into the future. We all know cars in the future, they're going to require more and more sensors, more LiDAR. We're going to get into the autonomous driving. It's going to be rolling out in the future. That's just the momentum of things and how things are going. We're getting into more of a digital environment, leveraging Valens technology to conquer new markets. Industrial, key supplier for 5 of the leading manufacturers. Medical imaging, key supplier for 3 of the leading manufacturers. Transportation, already a sustainable business with 69 million in revenue, 70% gross margin in 2021, break even in 2024. So keep that in mind. With an order backlog of 56.5 million, they have $51.9 million and they have no debt. As you can see, here's the chart saying that they're to break even in 2024, showing the EBITDA and the margin. And it's such a new stock, I'm having trouble finding it on Google for some reason. But I went over on the NASDAQ and you can see here it is.